Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. So obviously the first thing is foundation. Now bear in mind, sometimes I skip the foundation because I don't use that much anyway. I usually would go the pea size amount, like so. The wet beauty blender. You just take your beauty blender and blend properly. Avoid your under eye. I have learned this the hard way. So yeah, that's it. Pea size blends very quickly. Now I understand that most people don't have that privilege to just do a pea size. Maybe they need to cover acne or whatever the case is. But yeah, use it to your desired preference. That's what I do. So I'll put the concealer under my eye. I really love doing this. It makes me look so tribal when I do this. Anyway, now I usually would take my little fan and I would let this dry down. But today we're going to do it a little bit differently. So whilst that is drying, I'm just going to take my, bear in mind the concealer I use is the Pro Concealer. This is a shade way too light for me, but I prefer it that way. Because again, I don't use too much, I just use just enough. So whilst the concealer is drying down, I'm going to dab my blush. So the name of the blush is Blushing Acts F13 Matte Blush. Very beautiful. I hope that's helpful. But yeah, I'll just take a dab on that blush. My friend says I use blush quite a bit, which to be fair, I don't have a bronzer. I wish I did. I think like I would definitely replace like the blush for the bronzer, but I use the blush as a bronzer since I don't have it. So I just go on my cheekbone, forehead, my cheekbone again, and then I use some of that just right on the bridge of my nose for definition. So now I think the concealer has dried enough for me, and I usually take the foundation bit, it helps it blend in, and then for the under eye, that's when I use this bit. So I would look up because I wouldn't be using eyeshadow. Ooh, guys, I forgot to actually add. I don't use eyeshadow, but I just use my blush brush with nothing on it, and I just go on my eyelids like so. So it's not a lot of product, but it's enough, and just so that everything comes together. So just taking a look here, you can see that this part is more blended than this other part, so I'm just going to do that really quickly. But so far so good, I'm liking it. Guys, it's currently raining and I'm supposed to be going out in a few minutes. That's always fun. But yeah, we're done blending. So the next step I'm going to go to is baking powder under my eye, but I'm not going to bake it. I'm just going to press it under my eye and that's it. Now, I did get this from Nigeria. This is the name of the brand, if you can read that. The name of the brand is Micolor, like Micolor. But what I usually do for under my eye is, for an everyday look, I go with this shade a little bit and this shade a little bit, and then I just press under my eye whilst looking up. And I learned this trick of pressing from my friend. There's actually a video on my YouTube of when she was telling me to press, not swipe, because usually I was a swiping girl, but now I press. And it definitely gives a better matte look, as you can see. Guys, it's raining seriously and I'm supposed to be out very soon. Okay, I think I used too much product on this side, but that's okay. We could always blend that out with the, what's it called again? Beauty blender. There we go. So now this is the part where I think I need to really emphasize. Come this way. So I would take my brush to define my nose. I would take this and I'll go like so and create that line that gives it a definition so it looks slender from this part. And I'll do the exact same thing here again so it looks slender from this part, you know. This is me going back to my innate behavior of swiping, and that's why we go back with this brush like I said earlier, and we just press on there to make it a bit more defined. Your beauty blender is your best friend. She brings everything together. So with my beauty blender, I just go over every single part of my face. Did you see that? So that's what your beauty blender does. It's your best friend. And always the foundation part. It will just get rid of the harsh lines, and that way you end up looking very good with a base like this. Now down to the other part of my face. Now that the base is done, I would go to my brows, and all I do is comb it because, again, I'm blessed with eyebrows from my dad, actually. And I usually take an old mascara that is pretty dried up because it has some like residue on it. And I'll take that and I'll brush my brows. Now I know there's a trend with the brows where people like use gel to like sit it down. I personally don't like it, so this is what I do with my brows instead. Just an old mascara brush if you have any, and if you don't, like an old toothbrush would do, and I just brush my brows in its original direction, and that's pretty much it. Voila. Fun fact, I shaved my brows when I was when I had just finished high school. I was 15 and I've never touched my brows ever again. Like, it was so tiny what she did to me, and everybody said it looks good, but I personally was like, nah, I want my brows back. And when I heard that if you continuously shave your brows you might lose your eyebrows and the shape, I was like, no, I'm never doing it again. So yeah, I just thought that was a funny story. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Now, most times I leave the house looking like this, but because today is Sunday, I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara, and then I'm going to darken my under eyes, and then I'll do like a little bit like of a nude lip combo to go. Yeah, we're almost done. I'm taking my mirror, instead of looking this way, I'm looking at it from down, and then I'll just go on I try to just do this bit, like just the top. I try not to go from like all the way down, you know? I just try to do just the bits up here. Does that make sense? And I also do this thing where I kind of separate them like this, you know? Same thing here, and I just keep like doing this to separate them. Guys, does this happen to you? The worst thing that could happen when I'm liking my makeup is when like I'm doing my mascara and it just goes on my base. Ugh, the nerve. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for mascara. And then for my under eye, I use this kajal and I just put it just on this part of my eye, like so. Today I feel like taking it all the way. Let's do that. Let's see. Why is it raining? Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, so today I'm taking it all the way. Now it's time for the lip combo. So in case you guys were wondering what mascara I was using, it's really nothing special. It's a Sephora mascara, and the name of the mascara is Love the Lift. And now for my lip combo. So I will start with the kajal. I share my eyes and my lips. Like my eyes and my lip, they share the same pencil. It still has my lash on it, so I'll just knock that off. There we go. Thanks very much. And I'll just go around. Now, I'm satisfied with that. And then I'll take my brown pencil and then I'll just blend that out with the brown, like so. Because you don't want it looking too sculptured. It's supposed to look natural. Guys, I don't know what time it is. It's funny, I should have set an alarm. But I feel like this is only taking time because I'm making it a tutorial. Usually this takes like 10 minutes, if that. So I'm kind of going over the line just a little bit with the brown, as you can see. And then I'll just keep blending this out, like so. And I only go over the lip here, and then I'll just blend the rest out, so it looks natural from this end. Yeah, I think that's blended to my desire. I think I like that. And then this brown pencil really goes through a lot. Then with this brown pencil, I have this very old matte liquid lipstick. It's from, I don't even know the brand. Anyway, the Body Shop, I'm guessing. Anyway, I just take the brown and I go on this like so. That's why this lipstick has lasted me a while, because I don't use a lot. But I take the purple. So I take the brown and I go on the purple, and then I just, in little bits, I just make marks on my lip, and then we can now start like going over with everything. So this gives it a 90s look, inevitably. I should stop talking whilst I'm doing this. Okay, you guys feeling it? I know you are. Most people like to use concealer if they don't have a nude shade. I personally don't use anything because I am endowed with pink lips, so I just go over it with the Vaseline. But 1 second. And I usually use Vaseline, is just my baby. As you can see, I applied Vaseline on my lip. I use Vaseline as my moisturizer. It's just good and it lasts. It lasts. And I feel like everybody can get their hands on Vaseline and it's not expensive. I think this was like, what, $4, which it probably is cheaper in other parts of the country, or depending on like the quantity you buy. Because I use it everywhere. I bought a big one. So yeah. Now I use a cotton swab to apply my Vaseline. Now, guys, would you believe me if I said we're done? You should, because we are done. Most times though, when I'm outside, I do top up with lip gloss because I just find that I don't have cotton swabs in my bag, and I don't want to dip my hand in a Vaseline container. Like, it's to me not sanitary. So I do apply lip gloss when I'm outside. Do you guys like it? Because I do, personally. Now, as you guys noticed, I did not use a primer. I don't own one. I didn't use a setting spray. I don't own one. But I really love the way it sits on my face, and it does sit all day. So you don't have to worry about it like moving. I think the only thing you really have to worry about is your lip combo. But other than that, everything else kind of sits the entire day. So now I'm going to go change into an outfit, and I'll show you guys what this looks like with the wig on and the different outfits other than my robe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you guys in the next vlog. That's the end of my no makeup look, or everyday makeup look rather. Yeah, let me know if you learned anything. Let me know if there's anything you think I should add. Let me know. Just talk to me in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye now. Ooh, someone's tummy is rumbling. I'm hungry. Okay, let's get the shot.